Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya275. As you may remember, Surdas was being tested by being asked to hold some shoes while the Vairagi went into the temple. Giving command to his servants, he sent the palanquin home. Seeing the devotion of Surdas, the Vairagi was astonished. Then hastening to the great door of the temple, he thought to himself, I will delay here, and I shall then have a good chance to see whether Surdas's mind will be troubled by that. So going into the assembly hall, he then sat down singing the praise of Hari, remaining there from early morning till the setting of the sun, after 2 hours of the night had passed. The Vairagi came outside to look for Surdas. There Surdas stood, holding his shoes. Krishna's manifestation to Surdas. Seeing the Vairagi, Surdas was greatly pleased. Then springing forward, he took the shoes and held them close to his feet. The Vairagi placed his hand on Surdas's head and said, You are a devoted, noble Vaishnava. In order to test your mind, I made this long delay. You speak of yourself as a servant of the saints, and you do as you say. Coming here with this idea in my mind, I have tested you. In calling yourself the holder of the shoes of the saints, you have spoken the truth. Hearing him say this, the heart of Surdas melted. Then, feeling repentance in his mind, he had himself robbed of all he possessed, and free from all things, he then gave himself up to the worship of God with love. He gave great service to the saints, and thereby the husband of Rukmini was pleased, so that he gave to Surdas a visible manifestation of himself. In these stories are described one greater than the other, supremely pious Vaishnava Bhaktas. In the next chapter, there is a most delightful and unusual story, which, if listened to, will give happiness to the hearers. The husband of Rukmini, dweller upon the banks of the Bhima, is causing me to relate the stories in the form of this book. It is by his favor that Mahipati is relating them to the hearers. Swasti, peace. This book is the Sri Bhaktavijaya. In listening to it, the Lord of the world will be pleased. Listen then, you God-loving, pious Bhaktas. This is the 36th very delightful chapter. It is an offering to Sri Krishna. Chapter 37, Rasik Murar. Obeisance to Sri Ganesh, obeisance to the loved one of Rukmini. God's assistance in writing these stories. O husband of Rukmini, dweller on the banks of the Bhima, thou art the enlightener of the heart. Aside from thee, O infinite one, there is no other relator, nor any other one to cause these stories to be written. Just as it is the roots that cause the tree to live, or as it is water that is necessary to ripen the grain, so do thou, O Krishna, cause me to write these most delightful stories. The sea is the refuge of the animals, and the sky is the refuge of the stars. So thou, O ocean of mercy, art the enlightener of my intensely dull mind. As the holder of the strings causes the dolls to dance in the presence of the crowd, so entering into the temple of my heart, thou art enabling me to describe the noble stories of thy bhaktas. Instead of describing thy good qualities, to compose extensive poetry is to weary the tongue for nothing. So it appears to me. Therefore, O Krishna, I pray thee again and again to confer on me a loving gift to compose this book. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.